If you take Sec 2 G3 Math, please be careful of this very small mistake that causes students to always lose their marks. So over here, when we are asked to solve and simplify the fraction, right? I know that all of you learned this skill or this trick of putting a negative sign outside a bracket to flip the terms inside, right? Flip the signs inside the bracket. So for example, if we take a look at the first example over here, if I factorize out a negative from the numerator, right? If I put a negative outside, what I get inside is that I will flip the sign. So I'll get 3x minus 5, right? From negative 3x, now it becomes positive, and then from positive 5, it becomes negative 5. And then this is over 3x minus 5, right? And then you realize that this bracket over here is exactly the same as this bracket, and therefore I can strike them out to eventually give me negative 1 as the final answer. But for example, if you take a look at the right side, right, you realize that these two signs over here are positive. So this is positive 3x and positive 5. So in the numerator, even if you take out the negative, right? So if I take out the negative, I'll get 3x minus 5 over 3x plus 5. You realize that these two still cannot strike out each other because fundamentally 3x minus 5 is not the same as 3x plus 5, right? So I cannot just simply strike out like that. And therefore, the best type of approach for this type of question is to leave the fraction exactly as it is, as minus 3x plus 5 over 3x plus 5 as your most simplified answer for the Sec 2 level. Now, I know that this seems like a very small detail, but it's because a lot of students, when during their practice, they blindly study, and therefore when they encounter a question that's very similar to the one on the left, right, but even though it's very different, you always just take out the negative and then you strike out the terms. But be careful, because when you take out the negative on the right side, these two terms are still different, and therefore we cannot strike them out. So this is the type of level of detail that we need to get to in your revision in order to make sure that you do well in your exams, because these are the small tricks that your teachers will set to test whether you truly understand or you just blindly memorize your work or not. And at my math tuition center, I make sure that every single Sec 2 student understands what they are learning, so that these type of scenarios, they will know how to tackle it with confidence. And if you're a Sec 2 student or a Sec 2 parent, right, and your child is struggling in math, make sure to WhatsApp the number on the screen over here, and I'll share with you how I conduct my classes at the center, and let's see whether it's a good fit for your child to come in and experience one of our classes. And I look forward to seeing you on WhatsApp over here.